Here I'll demonstrate converting units that are squared. For example, let's say that we want to find out how many square feet are in 4 square yards. Now, if you happened to know how many square feet are in a square yard, then the problem could be done as just a one-step problem. Problem is, though, oftentimes people don't know how many square feet are in a square yard. Now, we do know that 3 feet equals a yard. But would it be true that 3 square feet equals a square yard? The picture below will demonstrate that actually this is not true. And let's look at why. The picture shows a 1x1 square yard of area. And as you can see, the little red piece here is a square foot. Now, even though there are 3 feet in a yard along the vertical dimension and 3 feet in a yard along the horizontal dimension, there are not 3 square feet in a square yard. There's actually 9 square feet in a square yard. Now, if we did know that fact, okay, we could easily do the conversion. We'd just start with the 4 square yards, multiply by a conversion factor where we put square yards on bottom, and we would put square feet on top because we actually want to find square feet in the end. That would be the setup. And we'd have to say that, we know now that there are 9 square feet in every square yard. And then we could solve the problem, revealing that the answer would actually be 36. There are 36 square feet in 4 square yards. Oftentimes, we may find difficulty finding that relationship between a square unit and another square unit. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use multiple conversion factors to solve it. Here's how it works. Just like before, we want to write the quantity that we want to convert on the left, and then write our desired units on the right. Nothing different there. We want to introduce a conversion factor. But this time, let's use the fact that 3 feet is a yard. We obviously want yards on bottom because we want to get rid of these, and we want to produce feet, so we'll arrange it like that. We'll put in the numbers that we know, and everything looks pretty good so far. It looks like a problem that I had done in a previous video. The problem, though, is that these yards are squared. Those yards aren't. So even if we were to divide here, yards squared by yards, one of the yards wouldn't cancel. In fact, if I was to write yards squared in a different way, it would be yards times yards. And so even though I would have canceled one of them, I didn't cancel both. So what we'll do is we want to bring in another conversion factor. And it'll actually be a duplicate of that same conversion factor that we had just had. Because now if we put one more yard down there, now they will cancel. Now we're ready to multiply. So we multiply 4 times 3 times 3, and that gives us the correct answer of 36 square feet. Now, sometimes you may see the same type of setup written in a slightly different way. Some people will put the conversion factor of 3 feet and 1 yard just like I had done above, but they may just simply square the entire factor. That, of course, means the same thing as the above and gets you to the same answer as we got above.